So there will be multiple scenarios will might come in exam. So many scenarios come with patient having headache. But when you dig up the history, patient will give the history that doctor, I am taking this medication whenever I'm getting headache. I know what is the medication patient will be taking. Patient is taking maybe some amlodipine tablet, maybe some other medication he's taking. So he will be taking. Why you're taking this? How long you're taking? Then we'll be knowing that the patient having this problems is 5 years or 6 years, but he is not taking the medication on time. Or sometimes patient is not know patient don't know about his condition, but he say that I'm getting this headaches his ages or having this problem, breathing difficulties his ages, but I haven't seen the doctor. I went last night to that pharmacy and checked my blood pressure. It was shown high. So he given me this medication, and after that still my headache is not going away. So here agenda lies again here to who know about this how long this patient having the problem, and if patient having already patient already taking the medication and why he's not taking the medication, why he's not compliant. So we have to know about the patient thinking about costly medication, thinking about some side effects or some misunderstandings on the medication. So we have to look into that one. Most of the time, patient will be coming with visual changes, chest pain, or some neuro symptoms, but in exam scenario, most of the time they are putting as a headache. Then when you are talking about headache, then if like say patient is not taking any medication, then we have to think about. So red flags, doctor, always important. Patient having shortness of breath or chest pain, these are the red flags are there. We have to think about it. Okay. Now, patient will be having some sort of lifestyle problems because maybe he's living sedentary lifestyle, he's eating from outside, salty diet, less activities, another thing, or a patient having strong family history. Now, how you're bringing up this patient on to the medication compliance? There is one agenda lies over here. Patient having strong family history of cardiac event. So you can take that as a family history as a patient, to convince the patient that if like so you're not taking care of your heart, you're taking care of your blood pressure, you might end up like your father or your family member or like your friend, whatever, so on. So asking about the eyes, how patient, how much he knows about the things and what is the concern and what he expect from me. Sometimes he want only painkiller medication for the headache. Okay, so you have to say that, Mr. Khan, it is not a simple headache. It is because of the high blood pressure. So if patient come with first time reading, then we are going to send him for home blood pressure monitoring. Sometimes they will be coming with home blood pressure monitoring results, or they will be saying, Doctor, I took that one. And sometime it will be mentioned over there outside the station that first blood pressure reading is 120 by, 147 by 98. Second reading is 162 by 58. Or some just giving example. So there will be three high readings will be there outside of the station. So agenda lies over here that I'm going to start the medication on that patient. Okay. But for example, given only one reading over there, so it means that the agenda lies over here. Either I'm going to send this patient for lifestyle modification or underlying cause, or I'm going to send him for home blood pressure monitoring rather than starting the medication. Patient come as a less than 40 years, so we are going to send patient for a specialist review. We are not going to start the medication. Okay, some books and some school of thought say that you can go with 37 years, but still it is considered as we have to place safely. Okay, if patient is not taking the medication, we have to ask about adherence and side effects and family history of cardiovascular, as I told you. Examination, we have to check the blood pressure in both arms, not one hand. Okay, BMI is equal to equally important as Dr. Musarat was saying that metabolic syndrome, we have to check the patient best also. Okay, and cardiovascular, and you have to tell that I will be checking your I will be checking your eyes. I will be checking your eyes behind after closing the room light, like say fundoscopy. If you are saying that I will be checking fundoscopy without closing saying that closing light, it will be considered how you're going to check the patient fundoscope with a fundoscope. Okay, and Mr. Khan, as I have noticed that you have you haven't checked your labs since many months, so I'm going to see if a few more to check your labs. Okay, what in your labs you're going to check, doctor? You're going to check patients' full blood count, cholesterol, everything you're going to check. But if you are going to check your what you call it most important part, what you call it ECG and albumin creatinine ratio. Okay, and urine dipstick, always don't forget urine dipstick because invisible hematuria. Okay, so we have to do urine dipstick will be there. You have to say that I will be checking urine dipstick. So examiner will give you the finding. Management doctor, again, non-drug, non-pharmacological plan. So you have to explain about cardiovascular problem, risk and targets, weight loss, and dietary advice and exercise 150 minutes per week or 30 minutes per day. Or limit alcohol if patient is taking alcohol, and stop smoking cessation. So for that one, you have to give the leaflet. Okay, you can start step by step. Don't start dual formulation. Okay. So from AC inhibitor or ARB, then calcium channel blocker, then thyroid diuretic, etc. But follow the protocol. You can see that very nice, algorithm, stepwise algorithm is there in the nice guidelines. And you have to address the adherence, simplify the regime. Sometime patient will come, doctor, this patient, how much medication I'm taking? There are maybe patient is taking three medications for the blood pressure, two medication for the diabetes, and one for the two for the cholesterol. Okay, so here agenda lies. I have to give him a combination drug. Mr. Khan, since you are taking this medication for 8 or 7 drugs, how about if, like, say, if I'm giving you instead of 8 medication, 3 medication, is that okay for you? So you can combine amlodipine, for example, or valsartan along with hydrochlorothiazide, and you can add metformin with sitagliptin. And patient is taking medication for atorvastatin or simvastatin or rosuvastatin along with other drug, what you call it. There's one drug what we are giving. As it ezetimibe, yes, ezetimibe. So we can combine it. So our agenda here lies not to cut the medication, not to follow the patient, but you have to convince the patient that your blood pressure is not under control with many medication. It is not right time to stop the medication. Okay, patient will be forcing. But here you have to cut down the medication in a way that you are going to reduce the number of tablets. Okay, and you're going to say that you have to check your blood pressure at home regularly, and I'm going to see you after 1 month or as per that one. And annual cardiovascular risk review, you have to go for it, and you have to explain that we'll be checking your kidney, your cholesterol, how often we will be checking, how often we will be seeing that. If patient haven't gone for eye checkup, you have to send for eye checkup. Okay, so in this way, how you're going to manage the patients? So any questions, doctor, on this one?
Sir, I have a question.